Isn't it absolutely wild that most of us are told, work hard, pay your bills, maybe stash some pennies in a savings account, and if you're lucky, you can retire comfortably at 65. I mean, come on, who wants to wait that long to finally visit Greece? Drink sangria on a Tuesday, or lounge around in sweatpants on a yacht just because you feel like it? Not me. And since you're watching this, I'm guessing not you either. My goal for this video is to show you exactly how to level up from middle class to financially untouchable. And I'm not talking about an evil supervillain level fortress of money guarded by sharks with laser beams. I'm talking about that sweet spot where you never again flinch at gas prices, never again pass on the guac at Chipotle, and never again have to wait for a payday sale to buy a decent laptop. I promise we're diving headfirst into the juicy secrets of the ultra-rich, because although the middle class might make you feel comfortable, it certainly doesn't mean you're free. So without wasting any more time, let's dive in. Number 1, stop playing defense. The budget trap. Look, I get it. Budgeting is essential, but treating it like your only path to wealth is like hoping to win a boxing match by only blocking punches. Sure, defense keeps you alive, but you need to land some punches if you want the championship belt. Take my friend Mike, for instance. Mike clipped coupons, never splurged, and lived life like every penny had a personal grudge against him. And guess what? Mike stayed exactly where he started. Defense might prevent poverty, but only offense creates wealth. All right, you've thrown your first punch, but how about we stop fighting with plastic gloves and start knocking things out Tyson style? Pay attention. Number 2, income multipliers, making money work for you. Repeat after me. Trading time for money is financial kryptonite. You've only got 24 hours in a day, so multiply your income streams. Think of it like planting seeds. You wouldn't plant just one and pray for a forest, right? As I've discussed in previous videos, you can easily start side hustles online, invest in real estate, and monetize your hobbies and skills. Afterwards, your bank account doesn't just multiply, it breeds. Speaking of breeding money, no, this isn't about robbing banks or printing bills in your basement. But here's a smarter strategy that won't land you behind bars. Number 3, asset accumulation. Collect assets, not liabilities. The problem with most people is that they think wealth is shown through flashy cars and designer clothes. I fell into this trap in my early years, but true financial untouchables? They're asset collectors. A new car isn't an asset, unless you're Ubering celebrities around town. Oh yeah, and saving is great, but saving alone won't make you financially untouchable. Inflation is like a sneaky thief that steals the value of your dollars over time. The real power move? Investing. Because an investment, done right, is like planting a money tree that bears fruit year after year. Why investing is a must? It's the difference between your money sitting idle and your money working overtime. Compound interest is like a cheat code for building wealth. The earlier you start, the more powerful it becomes. So, where can I invest? Stock market. Mutual funds, ETFs, exchange-traded funds, and index funds are great for beginners. They're diversified, less risky than picking individual stocks, and can offer solid long-term returns. Real estate. If you can snag a property or invest in REITs, also called real estate investment trusts, you get rental income, capital appreciation, and some sweet tax benefits. Retirement accounts. Max out that 401k, IRA, or Roth IRA. If your employer offers a match, that's free money. Grab it like it's the last slice of pizza at a party. Alternative assets. Crypto, precious metals, or startups can be part of your portfolio once you've covered the basics. But be sure you understand the risks, because no one wants to lose their rent money in a Bitcoin crash. All right now, assets? Check. Multiplying income? Check. But wait, have you ever thought your paycheck was just bait keeping you in the hamster wheel? Let's talk about escape plans. Number 4, breaking the paycheck addiction. Look, pinching pennies is cute, but you can only save so much. There's a limit to how many times you can reuse a paper towel. It gets weird. Or how many streaming services you can cancel before you're left staring at a blank TV screen. The real game changer? Increasing your income. That's how you break the middle class ceiling. Now, since I've talked about this topic extensively, I often get a recurring question. Why should I focus on earning instead of saving? Well, let me break it down in terms you can understand. If your car can only go 60 miles per hour, you can't magically make it drive 90 without upgrading the engine. Now, once you compare that with money, if your 9-to-5 paycheck caps at a certain level, you need a side hustle or new strategy to rev up your financial engine. Higher earning potential means you can invest more, grow faster, and stress less about surprise bills. What are strategies to boost income? Negotiate your salary. If you're employed, do some research on the industry standard pay for your position. Then, confidently request a raise like it's your birthright. Because if your employer won't pay you what you're worth, someone else will. Skill stacking. Don't just get good at one thing. Be good at a combo of things that are in high demand. Graphic designer plus coding skills, social media marketer plus sales copywriter. The more unusual and valuable your skill set, the more you can charge. Side hustles. From freelancing on platforms like Upwork to selling custom t-shirts on Etsy, side hustles aren't just trendy. They're your key to building multiple income streams. One of those streams could eventually turn into a full-time gig that sets you free from the dreaded office cubicle. Passive income channels. Rental properties, dividend stocks, affiliate marketing. These can start small and eventually blossom into unstoppable wealth generators. I've got a buddy, Alex, who was making a decent living as a digital marketer, but he always felt stifled by his paycheck. He started offering consulting on the side, specializing in marketing for local businesses. Within 8 months, his consulting gigs were bringing in twice what he made at his full-time job. Moral of the story, if your day job can't catch up to your ambition, find a new highway. Your paycheck is your comfort zone's direct deposit. Comfortable, but dangerously addictive. If you truly want to level up, you've got to cut that cord. Scary? Absolutely. Necessary? Definitely. By the way, if you're still watching at this point, I just want to say that the Stealth Wealth channel is dedicated to changing your mindset into a financial life of abundance. We've created an entire playlist to help you fully understand how to adopt this mindset. Go back and watch our Financial Freedom series, and as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Number 5, upgrade your circle. Networking for the wealth mindset. There's a quote that I absolutely love, and we've all heard it before. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Kinda corny, but guess what? It's spot on. If your closest friends think investing is what you do when you buy a new TV, or if they roll their eyes every time you talk about leveling up financially, guess what's going to happen? They'll drag you down without even trying. The power of environment. If you're surrounded by go-getters who talk about stocks, real estate, side hustles, and career growth, you'll be inspired to push harder. If your environment is negative, you'll subconsciously match that energy. It's basic human psychology. We adapt to fit in. How to upgrade your circle. Seek out mentors. Find people who are already at the level you want to reach. Offer to buy them lunch or coffee and pick their brains. Join mastermind groups. Whether local or online, mastermind groups are filled with people serious about succeeding. You can share knowledge, strategies, and sometimes even resources. Network on social media. Twitter, LinkedIn, and even Facebook groups can be gold mines for connecting with ambitious people in your industry. Surrounding yourself with financially savvy, ambitious people isn't about ditching old friends. It's about expanding your horizon. Financially untouchable people aren't loners. They're connectors. Please listen to me carefully because I want to give you a golden piece of advice. Join masterminds, entrepreneur groups, and wealth-building communities. Not only will this upgrade your mindset, but your network will too. And as we all know, your network really is your net worth. Speaking of upgrading circles, let's talk about something your high school never taught you, using other people's money without feeling like a villain. Number 6, mastering leverage, other people's money. Pay attention to this now. OPM, also known as other people's money, is like rocket fuel. Use it wisely and you're heading to space. Misuse it and it's an explosive disaster. Think mortgages for rental properties, investors for your startup, or crowdfunding platforms. It's about leveraging resources beyond your own wallet. I have a friend named Emma. She understood leverage perfectly. Initially intimidated, she learned about business credit, private investors, and even small business loans. Instead of financing her ventures solely with personal savings, she strategically used loans with favorable terms and attracted investors who believed in her vision. One property turned into 5, and soon Emma's empire grew to include thriving small businesses and multiple rental units. Her financial freedom didn't come from saving every penny, but from knowing how to leverage other people's money effectively, ethically, and strategically. Using OPM feels like magic, right? But how about becoming the magician who can predict and control your future? Let's master some wizardry next. Number 7, the power of compound interest, financial wizardry. So how does compound interest work? Don't worry, I'll explain everything in detail. Just be patient because it's important to understand the theory before I explain the practice. Albert Einstein called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Imagine it as a snowball rolling downhill, gathering mass effortlessly. It's slow at first, then unstoppable. Let me paint a picture for you. Take Ben, who invested early and consistently. He didn't do anything fancy, he simply let his investments grow untouched. 30 years later, Ben retired early as his investments snowballed into millions. Compound interest is epic, but you know what's even cooler? Making money while you sleep, party, or binge watch your favorite series. Interested yet? Number 8, passive income obsession. Look, you need to understand this clearly. Passive income is not optional if you want financial freedom. It's necessary. It's oxygen. If you're working for every dollar you earn, financial untouchability will always be out of reach. My friend Natalie started creating digital products, ebooks, online courses, memberships, and guess what? Now she earns money literally while sleeping. Passive income is her ATM without the card. Making money sleeping is great, but what about keeping the government's hand out of your cookie jar? Let's talk stealth mode. Number 9, tax mastery, the rich's secret weapon. Listen, the only things certain in life are death, taxes, and the fact that your favorite pizza place will inevitably run out of pepperoni when you're craving it most. While we can't do much about the first and third, we can definitely play a smarter game with taxes legally, because guess what? The wealthy don't necessarily pay less in taxes because they're cheating. They just know the rules better. Why do taxes matter? It's one of your biggest expenses, whether you realize it or not. Small tweaks in how you structure your income, investments, or business can lead to massive savings over time. Pro-tax strategies max out tax-advantaged accounts. 401ks, IRAs, HSAs, these can help you grow your money tax-free or tax-deferred. Business deductions. If you have a side hustle or a small business, keep track of every legitimate expense. Office supplies, travel, software, and more. You'd be surprised how many everyday costs you can write off. Real estate perks. Mortgage interest, property taxes, and depreciation can offset a chunk of your income. Talk to a savvy CPA to see how it applies to you. Hire a pro. A good accountant or CPA is worth their weight in gold. They'll help you find deductions, credits, and strategies you didn't even know existed. Okay, now, story time. Listen to this one. A couple I know started renting out a room in their home to short-term guests. Not only did they earn extra income, but they also got to claim a portion of their home expenses on their taxes. Stuff like utilities and mortgage interest. The result? An extra few $1,000 in their pocket at year-end, all completely legal. Meanwhile, their neighbor, who had a similar house but no side hustle, missed out on all those sweet, sweet savings. Taxes aren't just inevitable, they're strategic. Wealthy people don't evade taxes. They legally minimize them through smart planning. Think of it as financial jujitsu, using the system's own rules to your advantage. Taxes down, cash up. But to truly be financially untouchable, you've got to build something that outlasts you. Legacy time. Number 10, building generational wealth. Think dynasty. All right, look, I need to address something real quick, so pay attention. Rich people get rich, but wealthy people create legacies. Generational wealth isn't about yachts. It's about foundations that keep money growing for your kids, grandkids, and beyond. This is what changed everything for me. I established trusts, investment funds, and financial education. Now my family tree isn't just stable, it's golden. 11. Invest in your own education. Tell me if this sounds familiar. People often say, the more you learn, the more you earn. And yeah, it sounds like a cheesy motivational poster, but it's also ridiculously true. Whether it's formal education, online courses, or just reading a ton of books, leveling up your skills and knowledge can multiply your earning power big time. Why continuous learning is crucial. In a world that's constantly evolving, technology, markets, business models, staying stagnant is a surefire way to get left behind. Learning new skills can open up side hustles, promotions, or entirely new career paths. The people at the top are the ones who never stop learning. Warren Buffett reportedly reads 500 pages a day. Bill Gates is a voracious reader and attends Think Weeks. You see the pattern? A few years ago, I had a mentor who told me, if you want to earn 6 figures, read 6 books on finance or business. If you want to earn 7 figures, read 7 more. At first, I thought he was joking, but then I tried it. Investing time in reading top-rated business books, taking online masterclasses, and attending some workshops. Lo and behold, opportunities started popping up like mushrooms after a spring rain. Knowledge truly is the best currency. Look, financial untouchability isn't luck. It's strategy, guts, and relentless execution. You have everything you need to break free from the middle-class trap and step into true financial independence. So don't just watch. Take action. As a matter of fact, there is something in particular that will help you build wealth that literally 95% of people won't do to get ahead in life. We've created an entire video breaking it all down. Just click the video on the screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.